So the Boston Marathon is coming up in just a couple weeks' time, coming up faster than I would like. I qualified for the Boston Marathon through the Steamboat Marathon. I ran a time of 3:08, and I actually won, which I wasn't expecting. Since Steamboat is at 7,000 feet on average, even though it's a downhill course, if that course was adjusted for sea level, I'd actually be running around a 2:55 marathon. That's a nice confidence boost. But I've been dealing with some challenges leading into this Boston build. I actually had Achilles tendonitis for about 3 months, and that really set me back. So one of the challenges heading into this is I'm only gonna have about 7 weeks of training. Although I did do a good Nordic ski base because my Achilles was able to handle that several weeks leading up to when I could actually start running again. And then of course, the challenge I'm always dealing with is I live at 9,000 feet in Dillon, Colorado. So getting that leg turnover speed that I need for good marathon training can sometimes be challenging. We're basically into week 3 of about an 8-week build, and this is kind of what that week looks like. So, goals for Boston. Ideally, I would love to run a sub 3-hour marathon. I don't know how realistic that is given the 7-week time frame, but we're gonna try. Generally, heading into Boston, this is about the schedule I'm going to follow, which I'm calling the 2-2-2-1 plus 2 training schedule. Meaning 2 easy run days, 2 hard run days, 2 cross-train days, 1 rest day, plus 2 doublers on 2 of the days. This is generally a pretty conservative schedule, but I'd rather go into Boston 5% undertrained rather than 1% overtrained.
Hey, today is a cross-training day, and since it's winter, I've been doing my cross-training days on skis. So when I do my cross-training days on skis, I've been trying to get anywhere between 2,000 and 4,000 vertical feet uphill on skis. And then I ski down, of course. That's where the real training comes in. I try to do that twice a week. One day of the week might be a bigger day out in the backcountry, and one day might just be an easier resort day. We did about 2,300 feet today. We were going to do a peak objective, but it was looking a little bare, and it was also pretty windy. So we did just a couple of lower angle runs in the trees, just up and down, and made a day of it.
Today is my rest day. I used to be somewhat conflicted about rest days and the validity of them, but after just dealing with a 3-month-long Achilles tendonitis issue, I've been exploring adding them back into my training. So a rest day is not a total couch day. I tend to use the day to do things like foam rolling, stretching, yoga, massage gun, light walk, hot tubbing, anything to get the blood flowing, get the recovery process going so the body can take in last week's training.
Workout number 1 for the week. Starting with a 3-mile warm-up, just easy pace. Gonna be doing some speed work, so need to get those legs firing. We just did the core part of the workout, which was 8x2 at 5K effort with a 1-minute rest in between. Definitely was feeling hard today. Can tell I haven't done speed work in a while, but I think it's important to get that feeling so marathon pace starts to feel easier and slow compared to a harder effort.
The main thing I'm thinking about with this build, not just for Boston, but for the whole year in front of me and for all my running races to come, I'm really thinking about how to build great fitness, but avoid injury. So I could go completely balls to the wall and run as much as I could, but as someone who's slightly injury prone, that hasn't seemed to be working for me. So I'm trying to find ways to keep up fitness, but keep the mileage low and make those miles count.